I was gonna go live and share this, but I really kind of don't understand how live works yet, so I'll have to work on that. But I was just thinking about how I recover. So I have my BCAAs. I just got done with the gym. Today was a pretty easy session, but this is what I use. I really like this. I've been using this for like 7 years, maybe. I don't even know, but ever since I started training, and it's been really helpful for like a recovery aid. But I was thinking about it, and I was like, especially, okay, so this is like really for like the gym girlies, right? Okay, so, and I mean, it can probably apply to guys too, but like this is like particularly what I experienced and what I was kind of testing out like before my last period. So if that pertains to you, stick around. If not, I don't know, stick around still maybe. But so I was thinking about it. So like before, so I've been training a lot more recently because next week I have another competition. So like I like to add a lot more volume before that because it just gets me more into like a competitive headspace. But it makes me a lot more hungry. And usually I really love to like kind of play around with my diet and like lean out and then like bulk and like do whatever. Even though I'm not a bodybuilder, I really see it as being like extremely beneficial, especially if I'm doing a competition that involves more like running or gymnastics or something that like you just kind of need to be lighter. Like naturally I already carry like a lot of muscle. You can look on my page and like see my quads and stuff too. So it's a little bit hard for me, but I do really enjoy like messing around with my diet. And this is like a tool that I really fucking love. So if you don't have a food scale, you should definitely get one. But anyway, so before my last period, like leading up to it, I was so fucking hungry. And I was like, oh my God, I want to track all my calories and I want to stay in like the allotted amount that I need right now, but I just feel so hungry. And then I was like, well, what happens if I just eat a little bit more, right? And in my mind, it's really hard for me because like, I think this has something to do with like also like previously being an addict. Like it's kind of like in my life, it's like all or nothing. I'm either like all fucking gas or I'm all brakes. So like when I do a lot of my calorie counting or like my macros, I tend to be like really fucking diligent. And I'm like, I can't like go off of this because if I do, then I'm going to fall off completely, like just off the fucking wagon. So lately I've been like giving myself a lot more grace and like working on it and like trying to figure out a good rhythm. But before this last period, I was really fucking hungry because I've been doing like 2-hour training sessions, like a CrossFit class, a High Rocks class, and then like some running and whatever. So I let myself eat. And I am so fucking glad that I did because now I'm just now getting done with my period and I feel like I just have so much more energy and so much more ability to continue the training that I need because next week's going to be like a taper week because it's leading right up to the competition. So I don't want to like keep going all gas, like super hard. So now that I'm getting done with my period, I can feel that like my hunger isn't as intense. Like I'm not as hungry as I was. And I just imagine that if I would have continued like staying in the calorie range and the macro range that I had throughout, like while I was really fucking hungry, I feel like I would have swung so far now that like I would be really fatigued and I would still be really hungry. And I'm just really grateful that I did that. So I wanted to share that. Like you don't always have to be hard on yourself when you're really fucking hungry. I think knowing like where and like if you're actually hungry and like having some kind of like, I don't know, like guardrails set up so you don't like completely fly off, but like also giving yourself grace to like just nourish yourself and like take care of yourself when you need it. And I think it's just really important, especially when your hormones are changing and like just being aware of like, oh shit, like I'm really hungry. And then not getting in your head about like, oh no, I fell off. I'm going to like be like whatever, because I know a lot of us do that because I do that even. And I just think it's really important. And then now that I'm like not as hungry, I can see myself like leaning out a little bit more and like, I don't know, I'm kind of stoked. So I just wanted to share that. I don't know if that applies to like everybody or what, but just give yourself some grace, dude, and find out like what you actually need to like feel good.